everyone and welcome. Now this is in Parliament at a hearing between the civil service and MPs.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
And this is an MP called Adam Holloway. Now he's a Tory MP, pro-Brexit. His education has been Magdalen College, Cambridge, Imperial College London, Royal Military Academy and Sandhurst. So he's had quite a sheltered life, as they all have. He did 4 years as active service as a captain in the Grenadier Guards and has a Gulf War medal for service. Now he's versus Dan Hobbs. Dan Hobbs is the director for the Migration and Borders Group in the civil service. He's also worked on the Asylum Protection and Enforcement policy for the Home Office. He also put forward Windrush reparations. So an out-and-out scumbag. Now I call a lot of people Fraggles, as you know, mainly because of actions, but this guy's got to be supremo Fraggle in my opinion. The state of him. Now I'd probably be a tyrant too, if I had to look at that in the mirror every morning. But this is Adam Holloway asking a perfectly legitimate question and the civil service refusing to answer. Have a listen to this.
Just a quick follow-up to Adam Holloway.
We always refer to these people coming over as sort of victims of evil criminal gangs, but I mean, doesn't say an Iranian woman have some culpability? It's a question I think for Mr. Hobbs. You know, these are people who, relatively wealthy people, because they've spent, you know, $10,000, $15,000. They've been through multiple safe countries to come to their country of choice. Is it not reasonable to prosecute people for doing this?
So I think the reasons and drivers of movement are very complex. And there will be individual circumstances and potentially vulnerable people in what are very mixed cohorts. But what I think the Nationality and Borders Bill does is provides a full suite of measures to provide the reform that is needed to the asylum and immigration system. So you both have the criminal sanctions. I mean, it's not a new offence to enter the UK illegally. The bill makes some amendments to that and increases the sentence. It focuses on facilitators and increasing the life sentences for people or the max.
Did you hear that? So that's facilitators. So this is still smash the gangs, because obviously if the demand is still there, smashing the gangs is going to do absolutely everything, isn't it? Not. Of course it's not going to do anything. The money that's going through these hands there'll be a long line of people that will be quite happy to fill the space. But this guy thinks that you're stupid enough to believe that if you smash the gangs, no one else will take the place. It's all about supply and demand, isn't it? They know while there's a demand, there will always be a supply. So all of this is just trying to placate you. Look, we're doing something, everybody, while not actually doing anything. Let's remember, the Home Office and the Civil Service facilitate up to 90% of all asylum claims being rubber stamped. So it is a legitimate question, isn't it? If these people are paying thousands of pounds to get over onto our shores so that they can come here without giving their identification, because let's be honest, that's what it is. They are the demand, aren't they? And if you smash the demand, there wouldn't be a need to supply, would there? This is the problem, isn't it? We always deal with the effect and not the cause, because if they dealt with the cause and fixed everything, we would no longer need people like him. Let's continue what he says, shall we?
Maximum life sentence for people who facilitate people into the UK. But I think there's a whole...
But these are the customers. These are the people who are actually banging the door down, subverting our normal immigration system and coming in, you know, completely unfairly. Most people have to apply properly. You know, these are customers of the people smugglers.
So, as I said, I think there's a whole complex range of reasons that drive people to movement and individual circumstances. I think the bill does provide for combating illegal migration, which is at the heart of the bill and the new plan for immigration. That provides new maritime powers, it amends the criminal sanctions, and it looks to make the route unviable.
Down on Prague Rock. Now that's just an absolute joke, isn't it? He refused to answer the question when it comes to people that are paying thousands. And we know why now. It's because they don't want to fix anything. They just want it to continue because it looks great in the GDP of the whole country. Your pockets are getting hit, though. And everyone else's pockets are getting hit. But so long as it looks good when they go and get the circle wank, when they go to these globalist conventions and things, they'll be able to clap each other on the back and say, look, we've done really, really well. Destroying the country in the process, but we've done really, really well on a piece of paper. Let me know what you think. I'd like to know your opinion, everyone. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.